The measles infected nearly every child in the USU until the vaccine was introduced. Cheryl Healdon remembers the look on her mother's face when the then 8-year-old was diagnosed with measles in 1961. It was. While measles is, nearly every American child contracted measles at some point before the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine was introduced in 1963. About 500,000, most cases went unreported, and the CDC estimates up to 4 million people actually caught the measles every year. About 400, that changed when the MMR vaccine hit the market. Measles cases, a resurgence in the late 1980s and early 1990s led health officials to recommend babies get 2 doses of the MMR shot instead of the previously recommended one. It also caused that lawmakers created the Vaccines for Children program in 1993 that allows children who can't afford vaccines to get them for free. 7 years later, but people no longer saw the measles as a threat, and that was a problem. British physician 18 studies from 7 different countries on 3 different continents have since proven children who receive the vaccine are at no greater risk of getting autism, but the fear still exists, said Dr. Paul Offit, director of the Vaccine Education Center at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Messonnier said it's important people understand how extensively prevention efforts rely on herd immunity, where most people in a community are vaccinated, creating a societal. An estimated 7 million people were affected by the measles in 2016, according to the World Health Organization. Global measles has started to spread again in recent years as more parents refuse to vaccinate their children, even though health officials stress immunizations are the best way to protect against the measles. The WHO reported this year, health officials are battling the worst year for the disease in 25 years after unvaccinated Americans brought the disease back after visiting the Philippines, Ukraine, Israel, among other countries. The CDC has what? Yet, it's possible to eliminate measles from. For those in public health that have watched measles cases plummet over the years, watching it make a comeback is shocking.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.